Hello everyone, Princess Alethea Kontis here. I've got my tiara, I've got my coffee, and my Apex, nothing like a hot cup of global domination mug. This was one of the original Apex mugs, which I love. I love this shape. The other ones the subsequent ones were the little squatty square kind. So I love this one much, much better. My hot cup of global domination needs to be gigantic, which is very important. I am super tired because I was up with my friend Linda Bernfeld watching the launch, which was amazing and had been canceled a bunch of times. It was luckily supposed to go off the night before and got canceled, and I felt terrible the night before and didn't sleep well. So I didn't even want to go to the launch, and you know I don't feel good when I don't want to go to a launch. So last night I was prepared. I had had a decent night's sleep, and I went to bed at 8. I got up at 11:30, got over to Linda's house. We went to the Causeway, which is really cool. The last time we saw a launch at Kennedy, we were at the Vehicle Assembly Building. And so last night we were at the Causeway, and I wasn't quite sure what to expect, nor was Linda. I don't think she'd ever even been to that spot before. But it was so well situated because we were right on the water, and across the water was the rocket. The entire rocket, we could see the launch pad and everything. The whole thing, not just the top, like we could see at the Vehicle Assembly Building, the whole entire rocket. It was beautiful. So I pulled out the camera because this is the camera that Chris lent me last year for storm chasing. This camera and I had a lot of fun storm chasing last year. So I pulled it out and I just started playing around trying to remember if I could remember how to change things like f-stops and shutter speeds. So I played around with it. I focused on, I figured, I didn't have a tripod, but it was dark. I would just, let me see if I could take a picture of the launch pad in the dark, if it would come out. So I did a little thing and I pressed, oh look, there's no shutter sound. There's no shutter sound, and I have no idea why. I have an email into Chris because I don't know if she was up late last night taking shots of the launch. She possibly was, but of course, like Murphy's Law, Murphy is my guardian angel. I was there at the most beautiful spot in order to take a picture and could not take a picture. So it's like 2:30 in the morning, right? And I'm trying to Google what's going on. Why won't my shutter shut? And I'm checking the manual. I'm checking all the settings. I'm turning all the settings. I'm checking all the menus. I'm turning it off and on again. Finally, I went over to a bunch of guys who had tripods set up, and I was like, hi, because really, there's 10 minutes left to countdown, and I can't make my camera work. And I thought, at least these guys maybe knew how to make their camera work. Nope, they didn't know how to make this camera work any better than I did. And they asked me things like, did you turn it off and turn it on again? At which point I just gave them a look like, because of course I did. But hey, you do forget those. I mean, props to that guy. He went there. So dejectedly, I went back to my seat and pulled out my phone. I'm glad all phones come with cameras now on the phone, but I'm gonna put the lens cap back on this. But it sort of killed me inside to know that I would be taking a picture of the most beautiful launch I had ever seen with my phone. Which also lets me know that my decision to purchase the giant expensive camera for my birthday, I had a birthday camera fund. I think it's still technically live on GoFundMe if you didn't throw anything in and want to. But I raised a little less than half of the money from my friends. Thank you very much, my friends. And I purchased a camera very much like this one. It's one model up from this only because it will shoot 1080p film, which is what I need for Sideshow. So that was required. Otherwise, Chris would have sold me that camera. Now that camera's having issues. So who the heck knows? But I'm glad, even though it screwed me up during launch, I'm glad I figured it out before Stormchasing, because if I had left for Stormchasing with that camera, I might have been in big trouble. Also, so anyway, I ordered the camera, and it's coming in Wednesday. We were supposed to leave tomorrow, but according to the forecast, next week looks awful. There's a whole cold front coming in. There's going to be all this rain. Yes, storms come with rain, but if it's just a big giant squall line, there are no pretty pictures of anything. It's just a lot of rain. Good morning, Vivi. How are you, my love? So we are not leaving tomorrow as expected. We're prepared. I mean, again, I have everything ready to go and I'm all prepared, apart from that camera. So yeah, we'll figure it out. I am not going to go storm chasing without a camera. That's for sure. So we will definitely figure out what's wrong with this one and troubleshoot it, you know, when I've had some rest. And my neck is killing me today. I may need to spend a lot of time in bed. I don't know. Maybe just because I've been working. What did they say? Burning the candle at both ends. I've been burning the candle at both ends and my neck is paying for it. And then, again, my physical therapist would kill me, so I think I'm going to spend some time in bed on the heating pad today. But that's okay, because you know what? I blew through that to-do list. I actually finished my to-do list. Like, not the never-ending to-do list, okay? That lasts forever and is never going to stop. But there was a pre-storm chasing to-do list and a post-storm chasing to-do list. And if I move on to the post-storm chasing to-do list, I'm getting into DragonCon territory. I'm getting into essays that aren't due for months and book reviews that aren't due for months. So it doesn't actually help me to start doing work ahead of time if it's like 2 months ahead of time. So I can actually go work on the book that I was feeling. Remember, I was feeling so guilty that I hadn't started another book yet? Guess what? That happens today. And guess what else? When you start a brand new book, you need to work out the plot and figure out what you want to say and in what order. Thank you, Linda. I hope my neck feels better too. When you get those like shooting pains, I mean, my neck is always achy, fine. The shooting pains though, those are not helpful. Those are what, annular tears in my whatever the word is in the vertebrae, in the discs. They are shooting pains and they are not fun. So yes, it would actually behoove me. Sometimes the universe breaks me in a way that tells me to slow down. Does that ever happen to you? Like you're going, and then all of a sudden you twist your ankle and you're forced to sit down and everybody's like, good, finally, you're forced to sit down. Oh, Sierra, I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better too, honey. The universe has done that to me many times. I had a cyst in my foot, and my agent at the time was like, I'm glad, good, sit down and work on your writing. Yeah, when I busted my ankle at Charles's wedding, that was maybe not the universe telling me to slow down, but today I think it's the universe telling me it would be good for me to lie in bed and think about this new book for a while. And rest up before storm chasing, because there is no rest for the wicked or the good, for the Jedis or the Sith during storm chasing. There are only storms, and it is amazing. And I can't wait to leave. And I'm going to continue talking about this until it's time to leave, and possibly afterwards, because it's just magical, you guys. It's crazy magical. It really is like Twister. Just like watching the movie. In fact, we should watch the movie before. Maybe I'll do like a live. I did a live tweet last time. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that, but yeah, I should definitely watch the movie Twister before I leave again this time. So I have my list of things to tell you about. Here's the list. There's only a couple of items, so it won't be a huge, crazy long video like yesterday. Number one is, guess what I got in last night? Stickers. Look at these amazing stickers. These are, if you can read backwards. Hi, good morning, Esther. It's my Fairy Tale Rant Theater stickers. And when I got them, I thought, you know, these stickers are really small. But, as you know, where is it? Hold on, I'm gonna get it. I am a fan of putting stickers on things. Like this is the Sideshow t-shirt from last year. Somebody was asking me about it. This is my computer. I love putting stickers on my computer. Everyone knows this is my computer. It's amazing. If I lose my computer, and they can call the Bijou in Vermont, and they will tell them whose computer this is. I needed a sticker for the back of my phone because my big sister gave me her phone, and it had this beautiful black OtterBox case. I have left this phone in places before. This sticker is the perfect size to fit on my phone. It's the perfect size to fit on my computer. I was like, you know, it feels like a small sticker because it's not a bumper sticker size, but I really love it. Sarah, hi Princess Sarah, good morning. Guess what? Look at these stickers. You can even read princessalethea.com there at the bottom very, very nicely. I love these stickers. What do you guys think? Maybe $5 at a convention? Nothing huge. Because they're not bumper sticker size, I figure $5. $5. But I will send you one of these, Sarah, or give you one at DragonCon if I forget to send you one beforehand. I love them too, and I love, Justine designed this lady to be my Fairy Tale Rant Theater icon, and I love her so much. So all of the videos that we put out that are Fairy Tale Rant Theater is gonna have this beautiful icon. Excellent, Esther. Esther is like me. She knows what's up with the stickers. What else? Oh, yeah, yesterday was a good mail day. I actually got in right around this time is when I start getting in a couple of royalty checks. I can afford to buy things like coffee and a couple tanks of gas while storm chasing, but cheers. Money is always good when you get it in the mail. Freelancers, book writers in particular, when you publish in New York, you get paid twice a year. So you don't actually know how your books are doing until you get that check, like 9 months later. Everybody always asks me how my books are doing, and I'm like, I could tell you 9 months from now, but you probably wouldn't care 9 months from now. So, yes, this time of year is always good to get checks in the mail. Everybody likes to get checks in the mail. I also got stickers in the mail, and I got my pin. Let me do this so the focus will work. This was the last unicorn pin. You can't read it because it's backwards. I have a lot of words. I'm gonna have to figure out how to flip my video so you guys can read these words. It's my Schmendrick from the last unicorn pin that says magic, do as you will. And this I received because I wrote Peter Beagle a poem for his birthday. He just turned 80, you guys, April 20th, I think. And so I wrote a poem. I should have memorized it so that I could quote it to you. It's on my phone, so of course that's not helpful because I'm recording this on my phone. But it ended with, we brave, we bold, we unicorns, we are the last. And sort of the theme was that all of us are unique and we are each a unicorn in our own way. Me too, Sarah, I do hope to see Peter again at DragonCon this year. Seeing him last year was a highlight of my entire con. For those of you who read the Princess and DragonCon essays from last year. I'm so glad I wrote those up. In fact, I thought about putting them together and releasing them as a chapbook because every time I do that with something and it ends up, I think I wrote like 10 or 15,000 words about DragonCon last year. And hanging out with Peter. We were crossing a Marriott floor, like the lobby floor. In the space of crossing the lobby floor, Peter Beagle and I had an entire adventure. It was great. It was great. So anyway, I wrote the poem, and they took 3 of the poems, they let Peter read all of them, and he chose 3, and the top 3 favorite poems of his got a little present. So you guys, Peter read my poem, and he loved it. You have no idea what that meant to me. I literally cried. When I found that out, I cried. And it was amazing. So these are available from Geekify. I don't know if they're still available. They put them together to go with the Last Unicorn Tarot deck, which you know I ordered. Hello. There's also a sticker pack, which I wish I had gotten, the sticker pack. I don't know if those are still available separately or if they only did them through the Kickstarter thing, but I know that you can order the tarot still through Geekify, I think. Look that up. I don't know if there's a link or anything, but I'm so happy about my last unicorn pin. Plus, I ordered the pin set, so I'm gonna get all of the pins. So this is an extra, which is good because I do things like order pins and then never wear them. Do you guys do that? Especially if it's a collectible thing because you're so scared of losing it, you never actually use it. I do that. I do that with food too. I do it with candy. I get all this candy and then I don't eat it and then it goes bad and then I can't eat it. It's the same kind of thing. Why do I purchase these things and then not use them? I don't understand. So I'm trying to be more conscious of that, especially as I get older, because hello, we only have one life to live and this is it. And I should wear my pin. However, someone pointed out that I should get the permanent pin backs, which is true. They do have permanent pin backs that you can buy so your pins don't, actively fall off. These pin backs are okay, but especially if you're wearing costumes or you are hard on your clothes like I am and you do a lot of stuff. Awesome, Sarah. So Sarah knows how much I love pins, even though I don't, wear them all the time. I got her for her birthday. Yeah, her birthday. I got her the Princess Leia as David Bowie says Rebel Rebel on it with the lightning across her face. I also got one for me too because my parents always told me that I should buy presents for my friends like I would buy presents for myself. If I love it, they would probably love it. I don't know where to get the permanent pin backs, but I know they exist because here in Orlando, obviously Disney is here and there's a huge pin trade. So you know what? When I find them, if I find them on Amazon, I will put them on my travel and convention influencer list, which is another thing on my list to talk about. So I've always had an Amazon Associates link, which means that if you use my link to get to Amazon, I get a kickback. It's kind of like using that Amazon Smile program. I get a benefit if you go to Amazon through me. You don't even have to buy my books at the time. You just have to get to Amazon. So what I've done, because I can't use my own link, is that I chose a friend. It's actually Tempest. And so I used Tempest's link and I bookmarked it on my computer. So every time I go to Amazon, that's Tempest's link. So I don't think about it. Like, I don't want to have to consciously think, oh, first I have to go to Tempest's website. I was doing that with Chris Kreidler for a while. I would go to her website and click through the thing, and then it's too many steps. Get a link and just bookmark it on your computer. And then every time you go to Amazon, you don't even have to think about it. You're automatically giving that person money every time. And that money adds up. Sometimes it's $20 a month. Around Christmas, it's like $100 a month. It's really cool. So a couple of weeks ago, I was doing something, I can't even remember, and I got prompted to become an Amazon influencer. When you are an influencer, you actually get to have storefront. So I have the Princess Alethea storefront. Now the stuff is not stuff that I sell. The stuff that I sell is on Store Envy. The stuff that I have on my Amazon storefront are things that I use in my everyday life, books that I recommend to people, lists of my own books. Like, what have you written that's YA? Because I've written so many books that people don't realize are YA. Some people think the Nocturne Falls books are like super sexy paranormal romance. Dude, they're for young teens. There's, kissing in them, but whatever. Oh, thank you, Caro. I super appreciate it. Mwah. Even if just one person uses my link in a dedicated fashion, I can get $10 to $20 a month. It's nuts. You don't realize how much you order from Amazon until you use one of these links and someone else benefits from it. It's this tiny little secret thing. It doesn't take money away from anyone, but if Amazon's gonna throw money at me, I will take it. Amazon has enough money. They should give some money to authors and artists. So definitely, if you buy stuff from Amazon, if you're not using my link, make sure you use someone's link. Sarah's always posting Amazon links. Pick one of those and just use it. Usually over the holidays, I post more often about those links, but yeah, we'll try to get up some planned posts and have those links. Facebook doesn't share them, of course, which is the other problem. The algorithms don't like to share those. Yeah, dude, corporate taxes, don't even get me started. So anyway, I have an influencer storefront. If I can find those permanent pin backs on Amazon, I will post them on my, it's called Stormchasing, Conventions, and Travel. That's one of my lists. So recommended things I have for travel are stuff like my travel pillows, my purple butt pillow. There's a special kind of bug spray that I used last night. It doesn't have DEET in it. It's very natural. It's all like essential oils. Chamomile, and it's a little acerbic, like you don't want to breathe in when you spray it on your skin. But I didn't get any mosquito bites last night, which is great because they have a lake here. They literally call it Mosquito Lagoon. This is like the mosquito capital of America. It's nuts. Florida is all about some mosquitoes. So I have bug spray on that list. I have earplugs, like all just kind of random things that I use while I travel. People always ask me about them, and this is a way I have to answer them. I will put the pin backs on that list. I'm going to order a few mounts for my car and try out a few of those mounts, and whichever one I like the best, I will put it on my travel list. So these are things that are really cool because I can share them with you. I worry about posting reviews on Amazon because I'm an author, and sometimes that negatively affects your algorithm. Seriously, every day is a fight with an algorithm. It's dumb. But this way you guys know the stuff that I use and the stuff that I like and that I would buy for you if it was your birthday. See? There you go. Maybe I'll just have a list called cool stuff. If you can think of something else, go look at the links. I posted the link to my storefront, my Amazon influencer storefront. If you look at those lists and you think of another list you would like me to add, feel free to let me know and I will add the list. My friend Heather yesterday was recommending that I put up movies, which could be like an ongoing project that would take me forever. I try not to take on any more of those. I have a lot of those. What else did she recommend that was really fun? Oh my gosh, she recommended like 4 things, and right now all I can think of are the movies. Shoot. Anyway, and I have makeup on there, but right now there's only one item, and it's an eyeliner that also the other side of the eyeliner is a star stamp. You know how I draw those stars on my faces? Now I don't even have to draw the stars on my faces. On my face. I just have to take the star stamp and go boop, 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 done. It's amazing. That is the one thing right now on my makeup, list. I love it. Caro, it has a history of giving me all kinds of amazing, cool, glittery things. So I should actually look up the brands of those and post those. Right now, though, I'm kind of leaning toward moons, flowers, and hearts. Oh, I'm gonna have to get different shapes to put on my face, you guys, especially hearts and moons for sure. Anyway, I'm using a lot of eco-friendly glitter. I'm trying to order that now because I do realize that while it looks like the quantity of glitter I wear is a lot, in actuality, it's like a quarter of a cup of glitter can last me like 4 years. I'm serious. Glitter goes a long way if you use it properly. But still, I want to be conscious of the environment. And, oh, thank you, Sarah. Sarah, you're the best, I swear. Mwah, love you. I'm so glad I met you. I swear, it's amazing. Anyway, I want to love my planet and do good things for my planet. So eco-friendly glitter, everyone. It's good for the environment. So yeah, stickers, Schmendrick pin, influencer storefront, launch, camera. Oh, my poor camera. Hi, Luann. Hello, how are you? So that's kind of it for me. I've covered everything today. Remember to tell your friends about Little Witch and Wizard. Bianca is now, I realized that as an artist, she doesn't do the same thing that authors do when they publish a book. She's like, oh cool, I published a book. Now I'm gonna go draw pictures of mermaids for the entire month of May because it's Mer-May. Hi Kay, love you girl. So she's drawing pictures of mermaids and not talking about Little Witch and Wizard. And I'm all like, why won't you talk? We just had a book come out. We've been working this for 2 years. Why aren't you talking about this book? And I realize it's just because she takes a whole different perspective. For me, books are my life. I'm super excited about this. For her, art is her life. Her life is her next drawing. And that's where she is. That's where her mind is. So trying to go back and get her to talk about the old things is kind of like trying to ask me about a story I wrote 13 years ago. That happened to me once. I had, and I'm going to call her a young girl. I'm sure she was a young girl. Good morning, Luann. I'm sure she was a young girl. She called me to interview me. Did not verify who I was. Like, she didn't say my name at all. She didn't introduce herself. Hi, Nat. Yeah, this is my Apex World Domination mug. It was the very first run of Apex mugs. The other ones are sort of square and squatty, and they look a little bit like this. I got this at the Big Texan in Texas last year, Stormchasing, and it's a hand wash only mug, so it has my pens in it because I am not going to wash this thing. Yep, lost my train of thought. Anybody remember what I was talking about? Yep. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. I'm usually so good about the train of thought. I was talking about books and artists and drawing pictures and promotions, publishing, yeah. Oh, the interview, Sarah. This is why I have Sarah, you guys. Sarah's amazing. So this young girl called me to do this interview, and she didn't introduce herself. She didn't know my name. She just launched right into some questions. So I'm on the phone with this girl answering some questions, and she starts asking me questions about a story that I wrote, I am not kidding you, like 10 years ago. And I can't even tell you at the time, I mean, I've published like 20 plus books now. At the time, I'm sure I had published like more than 10, and who knows how many short stories. And this particular short story she was asking me about, I hadn't even thought about. Like, I wrote the story and then I moved on. I want to say it was like one of the science fiction ones. And I don't spend a lot of time in the science fiction land, except for True Love, which I love. But even that story, I had to rewrite 3 times to get it right. So yeah, I would have liked to have been prepared. Maybe I could have read the story back over. I was also fighting with my allergies are killing me again today, you guys. I was having a lively email discussion with an academic who was writing a paper about the Woodcutter sisters, and she was asking me what fairy tale Dearest was based on. Well, I wrote Dearest a long time ago. I don't remember. I told her to watch the fairy tale rants. So I can't remember what I told her. I probably said it wasn't directly based on anything, which was stupid. Of course it was based directly on something. It was based on A Weave of Words, which is an Armenian folktale. Ugh. So yeah, writers have brain farts, you guys. It happens because we have so many things in our brains. I used to have a photographic memory. For some tiny little things in random ways, I still do, but I meet thousands of people now, and the names go in my brain and immediately out of my brain, like automatically. People have said it's because I'm older. Hi, Nina. Mwah, beautiful. Some people say it's because I'm older. I can't remember these things. Personally, I think it's because this brain is holding 1,000 years of fairy plus every other world I've ever built in my head. I could tell you all about those. I could tell you the names and the backgrounds of all the people in those stories, but I can't tell you the names and backgrounds of half the people. I know all y'all that are showing up. I appreciate that. What? Authors are human? No, Kara, we have superpowers. You have superpowers. So, yeah, I'm starting to do that thing my grandmother used to do where she's calling everybody sweetie. Oh my gosh. I kind of get it now. I kind of get the calling everybody sweetie thing because you love them. I love people. You know I love people anyway. Sometimes it just takes me a minute. It could take me 30 seconds. It could take me 30 minutes. But I will remember who you are and where we met. It's just sometimes it takes me a little while, especially if I met you at New York Comic-Con and I'm seeing you again at RWA. Like, the context is everything. Heather, who is in my local SCBWI group, she came to Sideshow at DragonCon and she said hi to me, and I recognized her and I gave her a hug, and I was so sort of in this manic state from Sideshow that I was like, I know who this is. I know exactly who this is. I couldn't think of her name to save my life. It wasn't until like, I don't know, the next day where she tweeted about it or something. And I went, oh my gosh, that was Heather from back home. Yes, like I see her once a week and I didn't recognize her because she was at DragonCon. It's crazy. It's crazy. Nat, yes, world building destroys facial recognition and memories for anything related to real life. Hi, Oliver. Mwah. Love you, my dear. How are you? I love that you guys are all popping in. Do you not have anything to do on a Saturday morning? Definitely go back and see my pictures of the launch. Even if you only, you know, it's crappy phone pictures. There are better pictures. I'm sure NASA has some amazing pictures. Yes, Esther. Mwah. You are my DragonCon family. Yeah, it's so cool being on NASA property when the launch happens. It's a whole different thing. You get to hear through the speakers, they tell you the warning. Essentially, you are sitting too close to the rocket. By virtue of the fact that you accepted your parking pass to get here, you technically like sign a waiver that you are in the splash zone, and if the rocket falls on you and you die, we're not liable. They have to say, you know, the legal stuff at the beginning. You are in a very dangerous area. You have accepted to be here. Yes, procrastination from cleaning the house. I totally get that. I do that all the time. Although usually I clean the house to procrastinate from writing. Don't get me started on that. So the speakers come so that when the countdown comes, there's no delay. It's right there. It's right there. When they start counting down, it's NASA counting down to launch the rocket. And when they say 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the rocket launches. There's no delay. I mean, we don't realize, because I live in Titusville, so you can, from the bridge, watch the launches. And it takes a minute. You hear, sometimes people have the live streaming, and you hear the countdown, and then it takes a minute for the rocket to actually lift off, and it takes a lot longer for the sound to get to you. There on NASA property, it's immediate. And you don't just see the rocket like, oh look, the rocket launches, and it's so pretty, look it is over there. You see the rocket launch, and your head goes like this. And that is so cool. You can feel the rumble in your chest. And the other cool thing, last night, as the rocket went up and everybody's taking pictures and no one is speaking because we were all quiet to hear the speakers, and then the rocket starts launching, and it's sort of this reverent quiet, and it's on the wildlife refuge. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. No one is speaking. All you hear is the click of cameras and the rumble of the rocket as it goes up and launches like a sun into the dark sky. The picture I have looks like a sun in a dark sky. It's amazing. And all of a sudden, as we watch the rocket launch and the first burn or whatever happened, there was a shooting star across the sky. And everyone in the audience went, oh, like we were all little children. And no one had said anything up to that moment, but that shooting star just made everyone gasp and ooh and ah, and it was such a beautiful moment because we are all giant space nerds, you guys. That's why we're there. We are space nerds, we are photography nerds, we are social media people. Oh, Nat, good luck with the move. Good luck with the move. So I made a wish on that shooting star. I made sure Linda made a wish on that shooting star. You know, everybody there made a wish on that shooting star. And it was an absolutely beautiful moment. And we got to see the is it the booster that lands again? So it fell from the sky and landed on a platform. I want to say it was a dozen or so miles out to sea, but we could still see it from where we were. Linda's husband called her and said, look towards the southeast. So I pulled up my compass and I noticed where southeast was, and we watched as it came down. And then as we were packing up stuff to go, we all heard the sonic boom. That one still takes a little bit of time. But I love the sonic boom. The sonic boom. It's that whole, and we're done, boom. It's that drum at the end of the symphony. It's It really is. Just watching a rocket launch is so special and beautiful. And night launches in particular are a wonderful thing. All right, you guys, I've taken up enough of your time. I could sit here all day and chat with you. I love you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Do great things. Know that I love you. Hug a friend. Share news about someone's book or new release. Go find an author or artist's Amazon link and make it a bookmark and use it every time you purchase things on Amazon. And yeah, just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and know, oh, I love you guys so much. And happy May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. I'm the Princess General. I hope to carry on the torch of Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia, or as Sarah and I refer to her, Space Mom. So I did wear glitter to the launch this morning because it was May the 4th and I wanted to honor Space Mom. So I did. I know, Sarah, you would appreciate that. Love you all so much. My life is better for having you in it. Mwah.